What the hell? There's nothing but Uwe Ball movies in my Netflix queue. Evil E must have done this while I was out. What a dick. No. I've felt this particular type of energy signature before. In a world of uncertainty, where movie theaters are plagued by remakes and sequels, in a world where big budget movies can still suck, in this world we have the Blockbuster Buster. Greetings fanboys and fangirls, I'm ERod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. Legend has it that with the rising popularity of DC's Justice League of America, comic creator Stan Lee was pressured to create a superhero team for Marvel Comics. Although while collaborating with the king of comics himself, Jack Kirby, the two went on to create the first superhero team entirely made up of grounded, relatable characters. Not only are they the first family of comics, but they are also the forerunners to the legendary Marvel Renaissance. They are the Fantastic Four. On an outer space adventure, they got hit by cosmic rays, and their lives were changed forever in the most fantastic ways. Super scientist Reed Richards was transformed into the elastic Mr. Fantastic. Reed's wife, Sue Richards, is out of sight as the Invisible Woman. Sue's hot-headed brother, Johnny Storm, became the Human Torch. And Reed's best friend, Benjamin J. Grimm, became everybody's favorite ever-loving blue-eyed thing. Sadly, the Fantastic Four has seen its share of bad luck in other mediums, starting with animated shows that were either lukewarm or just plain horrible. In fact, the only Fantastic Four cartoon that I feel comfortable recommending is the second season to the 1994 cartoon, which was featured as part of the Marvel Action Hour. It's bizarre, the first season was absolute crap. All the while, the second season is the best representation of the comic book thus far. Unfortunately, the Fantastic Four's bad luck doesn't end on the small screen, as they were part of one of Marvel's greatest fiascos, Roger Corman's Fantastic Four. Now, a lot of you young comic book fans may want to say that the modern Fantastic Four movies are bad, but just trust me when I say that compared to Corman's Four, they're not that bad. With that said, these movies are not without their share of failures. As usual, I do warn you, there are spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen Fantastic Four or Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, you might want to stop the video here. But if you're ready to see the four fail fantastically, then join me as I count down the top 10 Fantastic Four failures. Number 10! In Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, the world is in peril from being destroyed by a powerful planet-eating entity known as Galactus. Their only hope is to convince his herald, the Silver Surfer, to fight on their side. You see, the Silver Surfer was originally a man named Norrin Radd, who saved his native planet, Zen-La, from being eaten by Galactus by offering the Planet Eater his eternal servitude. Thus, Galactus turned him into the Silver Surfer and spared his world. While on Earth, the four remind him of his sacrifice and he decides to join their side. So what's the problem? They don't show you any of this shit in the movie! He literally just says his origin aloud and they never show it. And what's the big deal about that? His name is in the fucking title! Being one of the main characters in this story, they should have taken greater care in his development, ergo, showing his fucking origin! The Silver Surfer's origin explains who he is, how he came to be, and why he relates to the Fantastic Four. Not to mention that his origin holds one of the few possible solutions to stopping Galactus.
What of this planet, Master?
I gave a promise once to an honorable man. That planet is not for such as we.
This is just terribly insulting to the character. I mean, what's next? Is Galactus gonna start sending him out to run random errands?
Yo, you feeble heroes, the Devourer of Worlds demands a moon pie to satiate his hunger, else he's gonna drain all the energy from this lame planet until it's an empty husk.
Alright, now that's just an abuse of power. Number 9! If there is something that I absolutely love about the current superhero movies, is that they provide more detailed explanations to superheroes' origins. Like Peter Parker getting his powers from a genetically altered spider which had the combined abilities of many different spiders. Or Tony Stark's arc reactor powering a magnet in his chest which stops deadly shrapnel from going into his heart. However, in the first Fantastic Four movie, they get zapped by magical space rays and they all gain their unique powers. Now, while this explanation might have flown in the 60s, when it comes to the movies, I expect a little bit more. Like for example, in the Ultimate Fantastic Four comic, where a teleportation accident fuses Ben Grimm with solid rock. Thus, he becomes the Thing. And later, Reed theorizes that the accident fused each of them with one of the 4 basic elements. And I know that's not a realistic explanation, but it's better than nothing, which reminds me. Fantastic fact!
Greetings humans, I am Uatu, the Watcher. I know everything there is to know about the Marvel Universe. Did you know that S.H.I.E.L.D. star Michael Chiklis not only lobbied hard to play the Thing, but he also fought hard to ensure that the Thing would be realized as a live-action effect, as opposed to computer-generated. I guess that would make Michael's dedication to the Thing completely rock solid. I don't care what anyone says, that was hilarious.
Number 8! Mid-movie, our heroes decide that to stop Galactus, first they have to stop the Silver Surfer from prepping the planet for consumption. The movie claims that the Surfer's powers come from his board, and to separate him from his board, all they have to do is hit him with some make-believe sci-fi ray. Oh jeez, where do I begin? For starters, Silver Surfer is the bearer of the power cosmic, meaning that it would take an equally or more powerful force than Galactus to even knock him over. Secondly, after they capture him, they don't even bother to put him in any kind of a stasis field. They literally just lock him in a room and strap him to a table. He's one of the most powerful beings in the universe! Locked doors and restraints are not going to stop him. Now, just for a moment, let's say that I agree with the incredibly lame his powers or in his board weakness. Even if that was true, wouldn't he have a contingency for such a mishap? Which, by the way, in both the comics and the cartoon, he does! Which brings me to the Silver Surfer's one and only catchphrase.
To me, my board. To me, my board.
That's right, he can call forth his board, no matter the place or the distance. The only way that I can rationalize this level of lameness is that Galactus is trying to teach the Surfer some form of humility. I mean, what's next? Is he gonna have him dance for his entertainment?
Hey, who's out? Y'all know what time it is. Who's out?
Wow, bust a move, Silverado. Number 7! One of the ongoing subplots throughout the Fantastic Four saga is that of Reed's never-ending struggle to change the Thing back into Ben Grimm. Appropriately, this is also a major subplot in the first movie. Hell, Reed even finds a way to change Ben back, but can't find a sufficient power source to match the energy of the cosmic rays, until their nemesis, Dr. Doom, hits the machine with some of his own cosmic energy. Of course, he does this to get the Thing out of the way so he can take out Reed. So Ben feels he has no choice but to change back into the Thing. How? First of all, where did he find the energy? Dr. Doom was miles away. Second, how the fuck did he figure out how to operate a machine that Reed just invented? And even if he figured it out, how did he turn it on while he was inside the machine? And how the shit did he match the exact conditions which turned him into the Thing in the first place? This scene is nothing but absolute, unfiltered... Come on, say it with me. Bullshit! God, that pisses me off. Wait, what? It's time again? Stanley cameo!
Welcome back to the Baxter Doctor. I've got the usual for you.
Excelsior! Oh,